The ultimate, what's in my bag here at McGolf in the McFitting room. We will see what we're doing and what kind of bag we're going to put it in next. Welcome back to the McGolf Shop. Jim McCleary, and this is the McGolf channel where we talk about golf club reviews, golf club repairs, golf club fittings, all so your scores can go low. If you would, like, subscribe, hit that stuff across the bottom so this information gets out to the YouTube universe. Also, we do a live stream on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 17:30 for you guys across the pond. Talk about the same kind of stuff. It's actually a really good hour to hour and a half. It's kind of what we call a run and gun. It's question answers right here with me. Every once in a while as we have guests, so join us. I think you'll like it. Alrighty, what's in my bag? It's about time for that, and I did have some switching going on in the bag. However, in this particular time, not are we putting new stuff in the bag, but we're getting a new bag. So let's figure out what this looks like, because this is an unboxing. You know, you always know what you order, but you never, when you see it on TV or you see it in the internet, it never quite shows up the same. Hopefully today it does. So I'm a Sun Mountain guy, and I've always had Sun Mountain bags. They've never failed me. I will say the one, and they're built like a tank. The only negative thing I can say about a Sun Mountain bag is that a lot of the regular cart bags do not like to stand without the cart. All right, when you put a lot of stuff in them. And that could be a lot, has a lot to do with the way that you put a lot of stuff in it, right? So the way that this thing is loaded is that the balls, tees, a lot of accessories are in the front, and you put a lot of your lighter clubs in the back. So you got the heavy club in the front, you know, lighter, 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 lighter. So the doggone thing wants to go this way. And you're only kind of left that way because the putter thing is right there. It'd be kind of silly. Putter, driver, whatever, right? Alrighty, so what did I get? I got the new C130 bag. How do I know it says C1? It's a C130? Somewhere on here, it normally tells you it's a C130. And in this particular instance, it doesn't. This is the new 2024, by the way. So this is the next year's model. And of course I stayed with the red, white, and blue. And it's kind of odd that it really does not say C130 on it somewhere. Let's see what this says. Huh, it doesn't. Alrighty, so let's go over some of the pluses and minuses of this bag if we have any minuses. Number one, and one of my most important, is it has individual holders, all right, individual dividers. And these dividers go all the way to the bottom. That's the reason why I like this bag, is because, you know, when you normally get the clubs that get stuck, that kind of stuff, it's normally because they're touching each other at the bottom of the bag. Don't like that part. Okay, along with the top end is got the plastic frame, which is something that Sun Mountain has gone to, and they have handles here and here to help you get it off of the cart or out of the trunk of the car. If we go to the back, we have these with the smart straps, which people have made their golf bag and their golf clubs survive the worst of times. You ever been in that, where you go to a really nice course and somebody, very nice guy, puts the bag on for you and slaps it and tells you go, and somehow forgets to latch down the strap, and off goes your golf clubs, right? Off goes your golf clubs. The smart strap, once you get it on there, is made to go around the basket, feed through the eyelet, and then you put the Velcro to it, such that if you did on both of them, you really don't need the cart strap. So that's a plus. Now, my buddy Bob uses this regularly because that exact thing happened to him that we were talking about. And we really, you know, and since then he's done it, no issues. The other one is a carry strap. It's unlikely that this carry strap will ever get very much further than what it is. There's a holder in the bottom that is an elastic band right here. Elastic band. Well, I might as well pull it out. And you get the red, white, and blue strapping with with your shoulder harness right here to be corrected at a later date. And then a handle of which most people will carry their bag together. Now, on the one side of it is a what do we call this? You want to call this like an accessory holder, like a brush holder or a towel holder of some variety, and that's what this is. This is a plastic piece with a cloth or a webbed piece of belt that's on there. It looks to be very tight, but it is a plastic piece instead of a metal. We'll see how that one goes to work. Very first, the very first one is just a regular pocket, and if you can see on the inside, it has red, white, and blue stripes. And hopefully you can see into there. That's pretty neat. Red, white, and blue stripes. It's not padded, but it is lined. Next one down below here is the cooler. And the cooler is identified by a little snowflake right there. And it is ever so slightly insulated with a bit of an expansion piece. And I've used those before. The cool part about them is they have little vents on them, so the water that gets trapped eventually evaporates out and it doesn't create a mold. Very important. All right, big one, big pouch. Big pouch is, again, here's what's more inside that, the liner, the red, white, and blue. There you go. The stars and stripes that are inside there. Typically on this particular side is something, because this is as big as the biggest cart bag they make, you would put your shoes in there, right? And it will fit the shoes, and I wear size 12, so they do fit on this side when I go traveling. All right, on the other side is more of the same, except for when you get on this particular little opening, this is the velour covered valuables pouch, or the valuables thing. And in it is, let's see, what's their stuff say? Okay, there we go, C-130 with a smart strap. So now we know that it is truly a C-130. Made in the USA, assembled in Missoula, Montana. Duh. Alrighty, so we got the velour valuables pouch. That's where you put your watches, your wallet, that kind of stuff. And again, another large pocket. You can put other items in there, cell phones, whatever you want, actually. Normally this one carries my my golf gloves. When I have them in their packaging, they fit in there pretty good. All right, another big, very, very large pouch and our pocket, and it comes with a rain hood. And the rain hood has the red, white, and blue, has the blue cover, the red trim, and the white zipper. That's very, very nice. All right, and on this side again we see another accessory holder piece. Now what this is, if you see, and I don't know if you can see that far away, but it's a little iron or embroidered icon for a golf glove. And what happens is, I'll take my other one. What you do is so this is a Velcro piece, and this Velcro piece of the flap doesn't want to be there. However, the other piece does. So it's a neat little holder, and it's very, very solid. So we do that. The other one here, there's another one, and this could be more of a smaller accessory, much like another brush by its lonesome or something along that lines. However, you get down into one of these, and somewhere in the back of here, right here, I was looking for it. Somewhere in the back of here, in this back of this bigger pocket, there's a hole, and this hole goes all the way through the bigger pocket. All right, goes all the way through the bigger pocket, and it comes down to this ring, and that ring is what holds the umbrella. All right, so this thing is very, very efficient, because it's all, if I've got it on the cart, it's right here, it's all looking at me like that, and that's the reason why I like this. All right, the last bit of it. This is one of the things I liked a lot. Was this is your rangefinder pouch, and it's magnetic. My other one has a zipper, and it was one of the first revisions of it, and you're always reaching in, reaching out. I didn't like that very much. We have a netted pouch. I normally would put snacks or something like that. I'm sure they say extra golf balls or pencils or whatever. Holds the those high protein bars pretty good. Some places if you wanted to hang some more stuff from. All right, pin holders. Never understood the pin holder thing. I don't know who uses a pin while they're out on the course, but hey, there you are. All right, and here's an additional pouch that we've not seen before. This additional pouch is another velour pouch, so if you didn't want your valuables over there, you certainly could put it in here. And then the last two, and if you see there's red trim, white zipper, blue trim, and again you have the red, white, and blue stars, and this is what I use to put all my tees in. I carry a lot of tees, and my divot tools will go in there. And then the last but not least, this is the big bag, and this is where I will put my golf balls. All right, the golf balls go in there. And then finally, as we can celebrate, instead of an embroidered one, which I think I approve of the embroidered one first, this is more of like a heat transferred one, because this is more of a plasticky material. But you notice everything is red, white, and blue trim, red, white, and blue trim, red, white, and blue trim. The other part is you also have these little plastic rings that so you can grab onto it and they don't feel like they're going to break too easily. And last but not least is when you go to put it on the cart, you will come through the back of the bag right here, and you see my hand, and then it will go behind here, come around, go through here, and go into the cart. So your cart strap is virtually not in the way. Okay, it's just not in the way. So there's that. So you have the putter well, all the individual holes, red, white, and blue, nice trim work. It's got a different material on it than, say, I'm used to. It seems a little thinner, but it has a bit of a cross weave in it, so I don't know if that makes it stronger. I'll have to, we'll see, because if it doesn't last, we'll know. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. Doesn't quite say anything. And then it talks about, the technology for that. Last but not least, I got some embroidery work done on it. And America's Best Club Fitters, McGolf. So that one turned out pretty good, not too bad. The other print was a little bit bigger, but I had fewer words. So there it is, the Sun Mountain C130. What's in the bag? So this is going to be in the bag. So now I'm going to back it off just a little bit, and we'll start putting stuff in the bag. Alrighty, we're going to start light to heavy, and I'm using the Paradigm, the regular Paradigm with the slider. It's the 9-degree left-handed because that's all they come. I've got it adjusted to 10. Using the Graphite Design XC6 so I can keep the ball down. Actually, I'm thinking about going to a different shaft because I really am hitting it lower. All right. The next three things, we're going to go the other way. There's a bit of a change for me, and what it is I've been able to test a putter for my Golf Spy, and the Lab Mez Max has made it into the bag. Although I do think the Makefield putter with the BGT shaft is a true tried winner, but this guy is in the bag for right now. It's kind of a Lucas Glover thing. Alrighty, so one thing that hasn't changed but just got newer is I replaced them with some new versions of the same are the Jaws full toes. I have a 56 and a 60, 12 degree, 10 degree. I like a higher bounce because we play in a mountainous area, and they have the dynamic gold spinner shafts in them. We'll put those right here. I like the way that they have a nice heel toe relief, so I'm able to play in the moguls because we have a lot of hills here and the heel and toe does not get caught up. All right, going the other direction, I have, you don't need to see every one of them, so I'll show you. I have the Paradigm hybrids. I have the 3, 4, and 5. Now, I normally don't prescribe that, but as far as it breaks down distances wise for me. Now, I had with the 3, I had a real issue with quality of hit, and I think it was because the shaft may have been a little bit too flimsy in the middle. So what I've done is I've put a Graphite Design IZ75 in it to help me out. First round with it, very, very well done. So we like that one. And I also put the Jumbo Max grip on this one because, well, it worked on the driver. Alrighty. So we got the 3-4. I got the 3-4 and the 5. Of course, I'm using the Club Glove tour towels because they don't have any clickers or anything to get hooked on. Okay. All right, on to the next thing. You've seen videos of this. We're going to work our way backwards so the other bag doesn't fall. But these are the Rogue Pros and the Rogue ST Pros, and they're hollow bodies. And I really like the design of a hollow body. You know, of course, it looks cool that you have a bladish style club in the bag, but my swing speed is not what it once was. So I went to a lighter shaft, one that worked, and you can see it on a different video where we tested the 95-gram shafts. So now I have the Accra TZ95s, and I also have the Jumbo Max Ultralight Smalls. And these things have been working. Now, my biggest thing with this bag is I was kind of hoping that in the other ones in the other bag that the front 2 corner holes were always really, really small, and I had to manipulate them a little bit, and these fell right in. So that's another plus. All right, so the Jumbo Max with the Ultralights, and what I've always had issues with is these dead solid pulls, and that's just me pulling across myself. And now since I've switched to these particular shaft head and grip combinations, that I've not had that issue any longer. In fact, I'm pushing them out to the right, or out to my left, which is kind of a push. And basically my swing got too long. Now that my swing is back to where it needs to be, we're in pretty good shape. All right. Now the funny part is I was hitting them poorly, and very poorly is my opinion, but they were still getting out there. So there we go. So now we have all the clubs in line. Last thing I'm going to show you before we go, you know, I use the Chrome Soft XLS because I want a low spinning ball, and I also have my own divot tools with the McGolf logo on it, and we'll do that. However, the last thing I want to put in here is, and I use the Callaway Tour gloves. They're the all leather gloves. I was using what they called the Dawn Patrol gloves, but they changed the way that they are made, so I don't use them anymore. So I go to the other one. So my last one is my rangefinder. After I've lost 3 of them, I now have this one. It's called the Eagle Eye. Works very, very well. I like the red writing in it, and it has its own container. And normally I lose it, but we're going to see if it fits in here. Fits in there like a glove. And there we go. So, oh, here's one thing. Here's one of those. This I want to show you guys. All right. This is a lifesaver from a don't lose my rangefinder kind of concept. Precision Pro made this, and they also make rangefinders. And of course, you can see it as a bottle opener, but it is a solid metal piece, and it dangles from what will be one of my mini accessory things. With the carabiner that's on there, let's give it a place right now, right here in the front. So what do I do with this? There we go. Other than trying to open up beer bottles or pop bottles, that's where I stick the rangefinder. I don't put it up on in the cart so that I don't lose it. So that's a good place for it, so I don't have to go reaching in. So I have to give that a shot. Now, the thing I noticed already as we put all this together, this thing looks to be solid as a rock. It's not wavering. So now it's a good experiment to see whether or not it was caused by the golf balls or not, and something to report back. However, that's what you get to see. The new C130 cart, new Paradigm driver and hybrids, a retooled Rogue ST Pro with the new shafts, a new putter, but although I could use the other one just fine, but I do like this one. It does do exactly what it says it's going to do. and then we're staying with the same tee, ball, and glove setup. So again, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, put it in the show notes below. And as always, let's see your scores. Go low.